Good morning. This is Pastor Jason of Kona Faith Center with a word for today. And the word for today is discipline. Now, the word discipline has several meanings, like most words. A meaning for the word discipline that has fallen out of use is the mastery of a particular skill or the dedication to a certain way of doing things. Discipline used this way was reserved for people who had been trained in something over a long period of time. When I think of using discipline in this way, I think of my dad. Etymology, the study of words, was one of my dad's favorite things. One of my parents' favorite sayings was that people that cussed were just demonstrating their limited vocabulary. Another of my dad's favorite thing was quoting poems and odes and limericks, and especially Shakespeare. Another of my dad's favorite things was singing. He knew thousands of songs. Another of my dad's favorite thing was dancing. A movie was made about the marathon dance contest in the Depression called They Shoot Horses, Don't They? My dad and his mom won several of those dance contests. My dad loved photography, took pictures and made home movies all the time. Give me a break, Dad. All these things took study, practice, investment of time and energy, but my dad's discipline was medicine, and in particular, pediatric medicine. 4 years of college, 4 years of medical school, a year of internship, 3 years of residency, years in a postgrad assistant position, more years in assistant professor position, and finally, several decades as a professor of pediatric medicine. Of course, there are several schools of thought in pediatric medicine, like most professions, but my dad was trained and taught in one school of thought of pediatric medicine. It was his discipline. The B guy and the O guy in the word today, their discipline was craftsmanship. The Lord had given them skills, but they developed those skills over years of working and practice and effort. The Lord had given others skills. It doesn't say this in the Bible, but I'm sure that the people that Moses called to come and do the work were people whose discipline was metalwork or engraving or embroidery or whatever the work was supposed to be. So what's the point today? The point is, blessed are those who the Lord gives the talents and the instruction of a discipline to. The good news is that the Lord calls each of us to a discipline. The Lord instructs each of us in that discipline. The Lord gives each of us the people and the opportunities in that discipline necessary to grow in that discipline. And the Lord then gives us the opportunity to make our unique contribution. And here's the point. You were created to make a unique contribution. By the way, my dad's unique contribution was over 7,000 pictures of pediatric skin conditions, cataloged and eventually digitized so that an MD in a pediatric practice would be able to identify a skin condition that he had never seen before. This took decades. This does not happen overnight. This does not happen without training and effort, but we are able because God makes us able. So the only real questions about discipline are, what discipline has God made you for? Have you dedicated yourself to the pursuit of that discipline? Are you pursuing the discipline that God made you to make a unique contribution in? Never stop learning, never stop growing, never stop pursuing. What you do matters. Your unique contribution makes a difference. The word for today is discipline. God bless. Check in tomorrow.